2022 Britain's Strongest Man had an axle deadlift, 360 kilograms for reps, and Mark Steele did not attempt it, so 0 points for him there. Perhaps still reeling from the shield carry, where it seems like, I don't know if he had an injury or a wind problem or what it was, but we'll find out more about that later when he discusses what happened. 2.5 points go to Desmond Gannon, who did 1 rep. He went third in the order versus Adam Bishop. 1 rep and no more there for him today. 2.5 points for Desmond, and ends up doing a little bit better than I had predicted him. Ryan England, who I had predicted to come away with 4 points, comes away with 2.5 here as well. 1 rep for him. He went first versus Shane Flowers. He got the 1 rep, then took a really long rest. He tried a second, but it didn't go up much off the ground. I had predicted 3 points for Paul Smith. He comes away with a little better, 4.5 points. So 2 reps for him, went fourth in the order versus Luke Stoltman. He got 2 hard reps, so they were both hard, but he got them. Couldn't get a 3rd rep. He hulked up to the crowd and tried again, but not to be. For all of you non-wrestling fans, the Hulk up was made famous by Hulk Hogan, where he seemed defeated and beaten, and suddenly looks to the crowd for inspiration and starts to do this thing. And Paul Smith did like a little minor version of that and kind of gathered force from his hometown crowd in Sheffield. So as you'll notice here, I have the running place and running points. Since we're now on the second event, you can see the compilation of the 2 events. So at this point, Paul Smith is running in 5th place after 2. Luke Stoltman also had 4.5 points with 2 reps here. He went 4th versus Paul Smith, as we mentioned. And for what it's worth, if you're wondering which is Platform 1 and which is Platform 2, from the viewer's perspective, the left one is Platform 1, which would mean from the competitor's perspective, it's the right one. So when they refer to Platform 1 and 2 during the telecast, which again, I do implore you to go by, it was well worth it, that's how you know which platform is which. You'll see on Garage Gym Life Media, there is a post here talking about Hope Kids Inc. And so that is the live stream for Relentless Strongman Nashville, and that's going to be benefiting Hope Kids Inc. on Saturday, March 19, 2022. If you go to the Garage Gym Life Media Instagram post here, you'll see all of the information about how to get access to that live stream so that you can support that great cause. So I just did want to call that out this evening. Again, that's Garage Gym Life Media on Instagram. You can check them out on YouTube as well. I'm sure that stream is already set up there. You can set your reminder there as well. And I'll gather all those details and put them in the description below. So thanks again for checking that out for a moment. So hitched on the first rep, which is weird because it was still easy. So usually you hitch when a rep is really hard. So he seemed to hitch and still get it without much of a problem. And then he got his 2nd rep. Running place right now for Luke Stoltman. He's running in 4th after 2. Mark Felix came away with a very good 7.5 points, 4 reps for him on the deadlift. He went 2nd versus Andy Black. He got his 4 reps really smoothly. Good leg drive, smiling all the way through, having a great time. Then he stopped with considerable time left. I thought to conserve himself for other events, but then he talked later about having a little discomfort in his back during the interview afterwards, so that's perhaps why he stopped. He is in 7th place after 2. Andy Black comes away also with 7.5 points, 4 reps for him. He went 2nd versus Mark Felix. He tied him in reps, but it was much harder for Andy. So it's funny how they get the same amount of points, but Mark Felix got it done way easier. But in the end, the same 7.5 points for both men. Andy Black in 5th place after 2 events. Shane Flowers comes in with 7.5 points as well, also 4 reps for him. He went 1st versus Ryan England. He's known as a world-class powerlifter. Colin Bryce had him as one of his top picks for this event. And he gets the 4, bleeding from the nose already, took a rest, then got a 5th one a little bit more than halfway up, but couldn't get it all the way up to the lockout. Shane Flowers in 8th place after 2 events, 4 points for him. I'm sorry, 7.5 points for 4 reps. Dyer also 4 reps for 7.5 points. He went 5th in the order versus Tom Stoltman. 4 solid reps with decent speed. His speed was decent, but Tom's was faster. So Tom kind of made others look less spectacular than they were because he was extremely spectacular during this contest. So at this point, Dyer in 2nd place overall, really putting himself in a great position. And we move on up to Adam Bishop, who ties for the top position at 10.5 points, 6 reps for him, went 3rd versus Desmond Gannon. 5 very fast reps for him with great, squatting all the way down and getting great leg drive. Then took a short break, and he got the 6th, but it was a huge effort. So the first 5 pretty easy, standard Adam Bishop. The 6th one a little bit hard. And he mentioned afterward that he made a conscious decision to do this lift without a suit. So all the more impressive that he got this done. 6 reps with no suit, 10.5 points. Adam Bishop in 3rd place after the deadlift. And Tom Stoltman ties him with 10.5 points, 6 reps for him. Went 5th in the order versus Pa'o Dwyer. Had very fast reps, did all 6 of them with no rest. The 6th one needed like a slight hitch step back, but he still got it and had time left, but no more attempts there. So Tom Stoltman easily through. The later reps no harder than the earlier ones, just really focused and really relaxed. And in 1st place after 2 reps, Tom Stoltman.